So I'm doing my StorySlam on the time I cracked my head open and then had to go to the doctor's office and get staples. So back in grade 1, everyone was trying to be the fastest, everyone was trying to be the coolest, you know, doing things at recess and at lunch were like one of the most important things. And like that's how you got all the girls back then, like if you were fast. So what me and my friends did is we like to play tag. We thought that was like such a fun game. I used to play ball tag too, but this time it was just tag. And I was with my friend Hudson. We were running around and you know, you didn't want to get caught, so we'd always go between the little toy, between the big toy, the two playgrounds at our elementary school. And so what happened is I was running with him and we obviously both weren't it, so because like we were so fast. So we were like going through the little toy and we would cut under it. And when I cut under the little toy, I hit my head on just one of like the bottom pieces as I was running. Like I ducked and I thought I ducked enough, but I just didn't, and I just hit my head on it. But you know me, I wasn't gonna like just stop running or anything because I didn't want to get tagged. And that's super embarrassing if you have to like stop because you're hurt, because everyone wants to be that tough guy in elementary school. So I kept running with Hudson, and you know, we kept running the whole break and we didn't get tagged at all. And like, but the thing is, I was grabbing my head the whole time. Like it hurt, but I wasn't gonna tell anybody. So then we get to class. It's grade 1, so we still have show and tell time. So there's people showing stuff and I'm sitting on the floor crisscross applesauce with my hand on my head the whole time. And you know, I thought I was pretty slick. I thought it wasn't noticeable. I was like, oh yeah, I'm still tough. Like my head hurts, but nobody's gonna know. So I was sitting there and the teacher looks at me and she asks if I'm okay. And of course my answer is yes, because I didn't want her to know that I wasn't like this tough guy that everyone thought I was. But I said, yeah, I'm fine. And I took my hand off my head just to see that there was blood on my hand. Not a lot, but enough for it to be kind of concerning. So she was like, oh my, this is a problem, like what happened? So she took me to the side and she talked and like asked me what happened. And I told her all about how like I was running and I hit my head and it wasn't such a big deal. But she seemed to care a lot. So she was like, you know what, I'm gonna phone your mom and we're gonna get her over here and she's gonna bring you to the hospital, because like that could be terrible. And so I was like, yeah, that's fine or whatever. I was super embarrassed because I was like, oh, now everyone's gonna think I'm not this tough kid that I was. So I went out in the hall and I sat on this chair waiting for my mom. I was like dreading this. I was like, I'm gonna get back to class. Everyone's gonna think I'm such like a bad kid and like not the tough guy I was. And I was just dreading the thing that the doctor was gonna say to me. But I was waiting there for my mom. She came, picked me up. We went to the doctor's office. And he was super nice. The doctor was such a kind guy, but he like put this freezing stuff on my head and it like numbed it, and I was feeling good. I was like, oh, okay, now it doesn't hurt as much. And then he's like, should we do stitches or staples? And that scared me. Like staples like scared me so much. And I was like, yeah, we should go do stitches. Like that'd be so sick. He's like, well, I'll think about it. And then behind my back, he grabs the stapler and punches 2 staples into my head, closing the crack in my head. I was shocked, but it didn't hurt at all. This guy surprised me so much. I learned then not to trust the doctor that day because he honestly scared me so much with those 2 staples, and honestly, it was probably the better decision. I also learned that the people in my class didn't care so much about me that they thought I wasn't that tough guy, and I was still pretty fast. Plus, I got McDonald's on the way home, so it was all worth it in the end.